Welcome to Noon on Monday, April 19th. How's your Monday going? Got all your intentions laid out for the week and timelines to accomplish your intentions? I hope that your intention is to have a great week. Do you know why women don't get the job, the raise, or the promotion? They don't ask. My intention today is that you glean some tips on asking for it. And of course, I've got several Betsy's rules that I hope will help you build up your courage and confidence and ask for it. Rule number 34, ask for it. And we've already discussed the importance of being clear, of clarity, being clear on what you want, being clear on your intentions. Before you ask for it, be really clear about what you want. Do you want a $10,000 raise? Or do you want a $110,000 raise? Do you want a promotion from director to whatever in your company is the next title? What do you want? Betsy's rule number 57. Yes, you can do it. You can get that raise. You can make that sale. Just be clear about what you want and strategize on how to make the ask. Betsy's rule number 15. You know more than you think you do. In last week's newsletter, I talked about awareness. And if you don't get that newsletter, if you'll just let me know on Facebook Messenger, I'll put you on the email list. It comes out twice a month. It's short, to the point. But in last week's newsletter, I talked about awareness. About when you are aware, you see opportunities you might not ever see before. Same thing with you think you know it. You think more than you think you know more than you think you do. Think about all the hallway conversations you've heard. Think about what you've heard out into the community about the raise or the promotion. Think about business owners. Think about what did you learn at that last networking event you went to that you didn't go to learn. Be aware. You know more than you think you do. Betsy's rule number 73. If it was easy, everyone would do it. If you want to climb the corporate ladder, if you want to expand your business, it takes work. It takes hard work and it takes strategy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. Betsy's rule number 75. Step into your greatness. Step into your greatness. My life purpose is to help people acknowledge their greatness. But step into your greatness. Shift from, oh, I'm not qualified, I can't do that, they'd never hire me, I can't get that sale, I don't have any connections there, to your greatness. I can do this job. I may not have done this exact job, but there are parts of my job I have now that would fit in nicely with a new position. If you can see it, you can be it. So many times when I get a new coaching client, one of my first questions is, so what do you want? and I get, well, maybe I'd like to do this, and I'm kind of interested in this, and I just don't want to do what I'm doing anymore. So we work through a whole exercise on, you guessed it, clarity. What do you want? Until you get clear on it and define it and put it out into the universe can't conspire with you to make it happen. If you can see it, you can be it. If you see a professional person that you really respect and that you like the way they do business, then pay attention. See how their behaviors align with your values, and create whatever that it is that you want to become. If you can see it, you can be it. Well, this is a great one. Betsy's Rules number 33. Toot your own horn. Now, we are socialized not to toot our own horn, not to brag about what we do, not to claim credit for successes. I implore you, toss that out the window. Toot your own horn. How do you do that? If your team is talking about a new project, you can say enthusiastically, I love that idea. I remember when we did that at such and such, and it was such a success. I was so proud to lead that. You're not saying, hey, listen to me, I'm the best. You're sharing the enthusiasm, and you're giving a relevant example of your success. Business people, how do you toot your own horn? Maybe you write columns. Maybe you write a newsletter. Maybe you do public speaking. There are many, many ways to toot your own horn. Now, Sheryl Sandberg said in Lean In, when you ask for a raise, you got to be ready to walk. In my mentor group, I've told you, I mentored a group of professional women for 3 years. And at the end of 3 years, every single one of them had a better job with more money and more prestige. But let me tell you the story about one. There was a position in her company, and she wanted that position. And we helped her strategize. When's the best time at your company? Do you have your brag book ready? Is it the right time for your company? And if all those things line up, and they did, she went to see her boss. And she said, I'm really interested in this position. And I've looked at the qualifications, and here's what I've already done that meets those qualifications. And I'd like, with that new position, a $10,000 raise. What do you think he said? Well, let me think about it. So the next day he calls her in and he said, I'll give you the title, but let's wait 6 months to see about the money. She had another job 3 weeks later because she had already been looking. She was ready to walk. Which leads us into Betsy's rule number 65. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. President Obama was the action. Donald Trump was the reaction. Joe Biden is the reaction to him. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Stay alert for the moment of truth. It's a game changer. Betsy's rule number 14. Sometimes the moment of truth is brief. And that's why it's important to be aware at all times. Betsy's rule number 78. It's better to be an optimist who is sometimes wrong than a pessimist who is always right. Positivity is one of my top 5 strengths. I am an optimist. I don't even see the clouds, I just see the silver lining. If you are a pessimist and you think everything's going to go wrong, that won't work, I'm not going to get that job, I encourage you to shift from that to, I'm optimistic about my chances. And here's why. Because you have your brag book ready. And I leave you with Betsy's rule number 53. I gave this rule to a young woman 30 years ago. I recently talked to her, and she still has a notepad with this rule on it. And the rule is, blessed be the flexible, for the flexible shall never be bent out of shape. Blessed be the flexible, for the flexible will never be bent out of shape. Be flexible. Be aware. Ask it. Toot your own horn. Thanks for joining me today. I know you know that you can see the recording later today. If you would like for us just to talk about, maybe there's a project you want and you want to strategize on how to ask for it, send me a message, give me a call. We'll sit down together and make that strategy out. If there's something you're not clear about, let's work. Let's get clarity so you can accomplish, so you can move forward, so you can be successful. Betsy's rules for women in the workforce. See you next Monday at noon. Glad you could join me.